Hello. Today's video is going to be a complete experiment. I bought this laminator probably 5 or 6 years ago, and I made some covers for some little plastic TNs, Harry Potter themed, for my daughter and all her friends at Christmas. So we're talking, it was probably even longer than that because she was quite small when I did it. It has been on a shelf like this ever since. You can see the dust. It's accumulated. So I just thought, I'm just going to have to use it. That is if it still actually works. So the first thing I'm going to do is unwind this, because like I said, it's been on a shelf for a very long time. I'm just giving this a little wipe over with a wipe because it is absolutely filthy. Give that a clean. But I think this has probably had maybe 20 laminating pouches through it, maybe 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. Right, now I know it needs to heat up, so I'm going to plug it in and turn it on. Move that aside. I'm going to put it on. There we go, power's on. So laminating pouches, the reason I made those years ago is because I picked up several packs of old laminating pouches from a charity shop. Now what I did was I've put them, all the packs, I've put into one box. So I cannot tell you what these are, if they will even work anymore. Extremely old and different. Let's just grab a pack, shall we? Let's just grab a pack. I have no idea if these are going to work. Now let's have a look. So this is quite fine. Let's just see if this will open. Okay. So it looks like it's matte, although that side's shiny. Who knows? I'm just going to laminate some stuff and see. Let's just give it a go. I've pulled out various things. Has a single leaf. I'm going to add that. But I thought, if I'm going to do it, I'm not going to do a trial. I'm just going to try, just see what happens. These are all leaves that I have pressed some years ago. They're probably quite old. I don't know how close together you should put things. Putting these too close together or too far apart, I have no idea. Not a clue. But these have been in my stash, both the leaves and the pouches, for a really long time. So I don't know if these will break up when they go through the laminator. No idea. But let's see. That green light says ready. Can you put things through twice if it doesn't work? I don't know. Right. Now I'm assuming this is like, I'm assuming this is going to be a bit like when you put something through your Sizzix. You need to put it through the fold first. Dare I? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Oh, I've got a lot of dust on here. Oh, it's coming out. Oh dear. It's not really coming out. It got stuck. Oh dear me. What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, I've ruined a really nice leaf there, haven't I? That was a nice leaf. Oh, it seems to be flatter now. Ah, okay. The really nice leaf is ruined. I'm not pulling this through, it's just coming through on its own. I'm just holding it because I've got stuff at the back. So right, these seem successful. That I have absolutely no idea what went wrong there. Can you put things through again? I don't know. Can you put paper through this? I think what I'm going to do is very quickly go off onto the internet and have a little research about wrinkly laminating. Or should we just, no, let's not. Let's just cut that out. I mean, if I put this through again, is it going to flatten it out? I don't know. Let's try. That has definitely helped. It's still a little bit wrinkly on that side, but that's definitely improved. I think I've just basically got some creases here. Do you know, in for a penny, in for a pound. I'm actually amazed this still even works, because like I said, it's been on a shelf, not touched for a really long time. I'm just doing it again. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there going, no, don't do it. Looks like I might have, I don't know, you know, I think that's really helped. I think that's really, but look at that. Woohoo! How small a thing can you put through? Do you know what? Such a long time, but I'm wondering if I've actually done these before. I've got a bit of a menopause brain and I don't remember, but I wonder if I have done some to put in slides. I don't know, you know. Maybe I have. I'll have to search my videos, but I'm pretty sure I haven't done this before, but I'm loving it. That has really worked. That's really helped. Okay, so that's still on. Do I have to turn it off maybe? Should I turn it off? Let's turn it off while I prep another one. I've got the same pouches here. So I'm going to try another one with this. I've got several bits and pieces out to have a go with. Like I said, I'm not sure what... okay, it opens that way. I'm not sure the protocol on using laminating pouches. I'm not sure, but I've got some stamps here, which I thought would be quite cute. They're all florals, all botanicals. I don't want to put them too close together, but I want a little gap so I can cut round them. Maybe there's a not put things too... Okay, I'm going to not put things too close to the top. Maybe that's a thing you have to watch out for. So let's try laminating these a little bit lower down. Okay, I've got a whole heap of dried flowers here. So let's grab some more out of here. Again, it seems like you can go fairly close to the edge, doesn't it? Let's turn that on again. I think they're a little bit static. Seems to be picking up some random bits and pieces. They're on the, I think that bit's underneath. Right, just going to wait for that light to come on. I feel like I'm wasting this part of the pouch. I'm going to put this at the top there. Oh, no, I'm not. No. Let's give this a go. It seems to be coming through a bit quicker this time. Those have moved. No. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, we've got a bit of wrinkle at the top here, but nothing like that first time. It does smell a little bit dusty. Okay, I made a mess of that one. It didn't actually work very well either. Maybe that's because that's a fairly thick flower. I think that's going. I think that's pretty good. Right, what should we do now? I think what I want to do is try one of the other pouches that I have. These look like they must be a different brand. They look, the packaging is certainly different. Like I said, I have no idea what they are. Are they all the same? Okay. Right. Oh, yeah. Let's put the dried flowers away for a minute. Have some stickers. Now, will I need to take the backs off? Can you do these? Can stickers go through? Now, these are plastic, so I don't know if the heat from... Right. That's cute. And I have some toadstools here. I'm going to put some toadstools down. I cut out a couple of book page tags, so maybe they would look cute if I put a couple on there. Is that going to make it? Oh, you muppet. Right. Let's put that down. And then I think this one I'm going to put directly onto the laminating. That took, it feels like 15 minutes to take the back off this sticker. Let's put that down. Oh. I'm getting myself into a bit of a muddle. Ah. Okay, it's down. Can you? Let's. I'm going to ink this. I've got absolutely no idea what I'm doing. This may make it too thick. It might be okay. Just going to ink my book page. Do I need to glue it? Can I put glue through? Can I glue something? I don't know. If I put a teeny tiny dot, what will that do? Right, so I've got that and I've got this. They look very plain, don't they? Can we, what else can we do? Can we stamp? What have I got here? Could mess those up, they're a bit big. I haven't got a lot of space down the middle there. I know it's a bit of a waste, but I'm thinking I might just leave these as they are. But what I would like to do, maybe, I'm just having a little look through my stamps. Will it take? It's plastic. Now, I've recently done some of the little, the stamping onto sticky back plastic, following Tony's video. And I had to use stays on, so I am going to try. It might burn, it might, I don't know what it's going to do when we put this through the laminator. Stays on black. Well, that looks okay at the moment. Oh, I'm not sure what this is going to look like when it comes through. And I know there's not a lot on this, but I'm going to put it through anyway, because now I'm really concerned about overcrowding that. Okay, so the first lesson is this was dry and that's gone through perfectly fine. Actually, it looks fantastic, but this one, not so much. Okay, I'm happy with these, but I actually have a plan now. I'm going to turn this off for a bit, grab my stamping platform. Let's take one of these pouches now. So my laminator is turned off. I'm going to put a couple of magnets on here. So I'm just basically now going to grab some stamps. I mean, and obviously you could very easily just do this onto plastic packaging. But I think it's fun to just experiment, see how this will work out. I'm going to do them in black. I have a blue and a brown on the stays on, but I think I'm just going to do these all black for now. It's like I'm holding my breath as I'm doing this. Okay, so that obviously has to dry, but I've got this part of the pouch I can still use. So I'm going to be very, very careful not to touch that ink for a bit. Let's add something else here, shall we? Let's do another tag because that was quite cool. I've got this little label that says leaf. It didn't seem to do any damage putting a little bit of glue on, so I'm just going to dab a teeny bit of glue on there, smallest amount. We'll pop that in that blank space at the bottom there. Some leaves, stickers, which I can use. And pull that off for a minute. Cut that down. I'm using this one because it's got a little bit of colour on it. Now that one came off a lot quicker than the other one, although I have bent it slightly. Stick that down. Put that back down. What else could I try? Don't know. Don't know. Got a little got a little ladybird. I'm just going to ink the white off that. I'm going to turn this on now, and then I'm going to go back to my dried flowers and try and find something pretty to go on top of that. Right, that might be a little bit too much, but let's give it a go. And hopefully this ink is lovely and dry now. It's just, you do hold your breath every time. I think I've still got a little bit of wet ink here. I'm a little bit worried about that one. I can see where the ink is actually coming through. The stamping looks fabulous. Love that, and the tags. Okay, so we did this one. I've got this one with the tags. Now that one, I'm not really sure what I'm going to be able to do with that. Now I have I might need to put something else over that. We've got the stamps and we've got our initial leaves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these out and be back. So I definitely had a couple of things that didn't work. This one I definitely put through before it was cold, before it was dry, so I've got a bit of a smudge on the ink there, so that's probably not usable. This one has got quite a wrinkle in it, and that's because this is quite a thick flower, so that's a learning curve. So these are the little bits that I have cut out. I've got some stamps, I've cut this particular tag, and I just did sew around that to see how it would work. It's very easy to sew through the laminate. Obviously it's a little bit slippery, so you do have to be careful. The biggest problem I had was not being able to see the edge once it was under my sewing machine. It's quite difficult to see. So this one I absolutely love. I'd like to do something with this. I've started thinking about what I could do. I've pulled out a few old makes and I thought I could see what I could add to these using the things that I have already made. So it's actually fussy cut. That doesn't look very good. That actually would work on there. That would work quite well. Now, in my last video, when I made the fake mica using the sticky tape, somebody said to me, why don't you use laminate? Now, I said laminate is a little bit more expensive, so it's probably not as cost effective, which it isn't, but I had a huge amount of offcuts, and I'm going to use these as kind of fake mica in a similar way, and I'm going to stamp more onto them. Now, as long as I am using the stays on, these are obviously perfectly fine because it's embedded within the laminate, but this, as long as I let the stays on dry, these will all make little labels using, they'll be like this, which I think, oh, they've got so many uses. So I'm gonna do that, but this actually looks a bit like mica. So what I'm gonna do is, for this one, I'm going to just cut that bit off there because that's in the way, and I'm going to trim around that flower. So this is one of this is a digital page tab that I have, you know, mass made in advance, so it's ready to slide onto a page, and we've got the eyelet in ready to hang something, and then this will work on here. Now, because now put this through my sewing machine, what I'm going to do is add a couple of staples to hold that in place, and I can hang that onto a journal page, and it does look very similar to mica. We haven't got any of the blemishes in it. It's actually a very clean piece of laminate, but that will work, little piece. Now, what I did was I've actually clipped this down. This is one of those paper clips that caused the problem in my drawer that I needed to sort out. So what I've done is, this will not move now. I've used a little piece of a vintage ticket and stapled one of those little numbers to it. I've pulled out a vintage photograph. This is going to go into an album. I'm making a journal at the moment for a friend's birthday tomorrow. So this is going to be in her journal. Now, I'm going to put that on the side of a photograph, which I think looks fabulous. So that's another piece I'm going to put aside. Now, we've got, this is just a little cluster that I have made, and let's try a number. That one looks pretty good. That one's not quite big enough, but that's not bad. Okay, so again, I'm going to go in with my little stapler and attach that. So that's another little piece. These ones, again, I've cut them quite badly, but again, I think that's gives me lots of options in terms of adding it to other things. Quite like that. So that could always go onto a tag. Okay, what else have I got? I'm just looking through the pieces that I've already made. I've got a couple of ready-made notepads here. This one's got leaves on it, so that would work if I wanted to pop a little leaf piece on there. And again, because this is an already made piece, I think I'm going to have to staple this on like that. And then we've got our little notepad with the little leaf stapled to the top. This is another one. I've got my little hole punch. I'm going to pop a hole in that and pop a hole in here. Piece of string. I mean, these are very, very quick ideas. You could probably come up with a lot more. I did watch, while I was cutting out, I did find 2 videos. They gave me lots of ideas, one of them more a tip than an idea. I'm going to pop those links down below. One was Dogwood. I don't think I've ever heard of them before. And the other one was Sabico. I never know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I'll pop that video down below as well. That had some fabulous ideas for making some pouches. So I've just done that as a little dangle, and this idea of making these into dangles definitely came from that Sabico. What else do I have? I've just got a couple of the little passports I made. Quite like that. So I'm going to staple that in here. So that can, love that. That's quite cute. And again, I'm going to go in with my stapler here. So I'm just adding these pieces to things I've already made that would work in journals. I'm just going to show you another page that I've done in this journal. So the rose that I actually got the big splodge of ink on, I folded a piece of book page around that and added a label. I stitched all the way round it, and then I've sewn it into this this book page, so it's now a pocket, so it could be used to tuck something into there. I added a little label to this guest check as well, just one of the numbers. I just think it adds so much just having a number stapled to that. And then I've cut out that leaf, which initially went completely wrong, and I've just popped that into a pocket. So that is some of the things that I have made. I intend to carry on making things with this. I think this particular one, this one looks good here, look. That would look great as a tag. So there's loads and loads of things. This one is definitely going to become a tag. I'll probably cut the ends off that. Actually, I've had an idea. This was, I think, oh, was this? I'm not sure where I've seen this. It might be Little Mushroom Creations. Actually, what she did was, I'm not sure if she laminated or, but what I'm going to do, and then fold that up, trim the edges. I have got a little tiny bit showing where it's not completely halfway, but that's fine. So we've just got a little edge on that. Now, if I cut the top of this, I think I'll probably lay it over something or put it into a journal. Oh yes, let's do that. Right, so I've taken this page out of my journal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this straight on. Okay, so I've just sewn that in to make that a cute little tip in, but what I think I'm going to do is add this page tab to this particular page as well, just to give that even more interest. And I think I could probably add that here. So I'm going to grab my glue. It works really well with that leaf and the toadstool, both on the clear. So I'm just going to add my glue. Ooh, I bent that a little bit there. Glue that into place. So that's now much more interesting. Okay, that was a little bit it's a little bit random. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Please do go and check out the 2 videos that I'm going to link down below. I watched them while I was cutting out, so I probably would have done a lot more interesting things if I'd have watched some videos beforehand. So anyway, that's that. I will be back really soon. Don't forget to keep your little pieces of laminate to use as fake mica or to stamp onto. So thank you for that idea. And I will see you all again soon. Bye.